Are you a widow out there? My dear lady, widows are not beggars. Widows are not the most needy. Widows are not the worst off. So don't make yourself a beggar. Don't let the circumstances in your life make you a beggar. A widow is a woman that has lost her husband. So the next person she has to herself, to her aid, is God. Widowhood brought me closer to God than I had ever been when my husband was alive. I was more prayerful. I was more assertive in prayer. I was more to the point in prayer. I stopped praying these prayers, Our Father who art in heaven. My father was no longer in heaven because heaven was too far. My father was on earth next to me. I would even allocate him a seat. Because that situation that pushes you to prayer is not a mean situation. To begin with, a widow's life is a very difficult life. Men despise you. They want to cheat you. They want to take advantage because after all, who will help you? They want to take advantage of you. If you ask for their help, they think they will take advantage of you and take you to themselves as a wife. My dear lady, all those things are going to take place, but keep your stand. Lose everybody, lose everything, but don't lose your focus on God. God is called the God of the widows. Why? Because the widows have nobody to turn to in time of need. The wife, when she needs food, she will make a call. Hello dear, daddy, come with food. But a widow, whom will you call to? So you make a call to God on your needs. I learned to pray. When I'm praying, I don't mince with words. If you have been left with children, my sister, those eyes are going to dry up. Don't cry all year round because you are mourning. No, he has gone. Wipe away the tears and take care of the people that have been left behind, the children. When my husband died, I had 3 little children, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. You cannot cry food into their mouth, can you? You cannot cry school fees onto the account. You cannot cry your explanation to them. My little child asked me, Mommy, she found me crying. Now I was overwhelmed. She asked me, Mommy, has Daddy died again? Widow, would you cry again? She has asked you, has Daddy died again? I wiped my tears. I was ashamed of myself. I said, no dear, I'm just remembering him. And can we also cry? Would you have told her to cry? It was pathetic, but it's a reality. I stopped crying. Now, every time tears would come, I would make sure my children are not within the vicinity. I would cry at night alone, because during the day, I had to fend for them. One thing I said and told God, I said, God, don't let my children miss their father because of what they cannot afford or what I cannot afford for them. God was faithful. My children never missed school fees. They may have delayed. They may have been chased out to and fro, but school fees at the end of the day, it was paid. My children never repeated classes. They went as far as I could take them up to university. A widow's children are not supposed to miss it also. After your husband has died, you want also the children to drop out? That's very unfair for the children. It's very unfair. I'm not talking like a rich woman out there. I'm talking like a woman who has been so badly in need that I needed God and I had to go to him at all costs. I did not believe in this God who puts some of the information in the waiting tray. No. My messages, my prayers were always in the now. I always prayed when I don't have food at the table. I have no lunch, God. What do I do? And I would wait on God. I don't have school fees. What do I do? And I would wait on God. And he would know I'm waiting on him. Our God answers prayers. Our God hears prayers. Don't be deceived when they say man made God in his own likeness. No, God is there. The God of the widows is there. I got hold of one book in the Bible. It has 66 books. I got hold of only one, and only one chapter. That was Isaiah 54. It talks about the widow. It says, what I'm going to do to you, I'm just summarizing, that I'm going to make you forget the days of your youth, and you will remember your widowhood no more. If God has said, who will refute it? He goes ahead to say, and your children shall be taught of the Lord. When God said my children are going to be taught of the Lord, I let him teach them. I took it literally. I did not spiritualize it. I did not make it mystical. I made it practical, and God taught them. And he said, there is a way where he promises you protection. He says, surely they will gather together against you, but not by me. It is still in Isaiah 54. They will surely gather together, but not by me. And everyone that gathers together against you shall fall for your sake. He says, behold, I have created a smith, the man that bloweth coals in the fire to bring out an instrument. I have also created the waster to destroy. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment, thou shalt condemn. My sister, when I got hold of that, I said, God, thank you for creating the waster to destroy the work of the smith. No smith will form a weapon against me and it prospers, because the waster is ready to destroy. I had many enemies. I had many battles. Of course, a battle means they are enemies. There are two enemies fighting. But do you know, I would always tell God, God, thank you for the waster that you have created to destroy the weapons of this smith. Thank you for the waster you have created to destroy the work of the other smith. And that scripture became alive. My brethren, the Bible to a widow is not a Bible for reading. It's a living Bible. The Bible became a living word. I live by the Bible. The scriptures, they are not only spiritual, they are actual. When he says he will carry you, sometimes I have seen God literally carrying me out of danger. When he says he will provide, I have seen God providing using the most unexpected means. When he says I will protect, what are you talking? You need to sit with me and see how God has protected me against all weapons. No weapon formed against me has prospered. I want to tell you, my children have all graduated. I have not begged as yet. I may have been putting on second-hand clothes when they were going to school, but not anymore. Not because I'm no longer a widow. I'm still a widow, but I'm a widow who is protected by God, a widow who is provided for by God, a widow who is covered by God. And I want you, widow out there, please look to God. He's your anchor. Look to God. He's your supplier, and he will supply your every need. You don't need to beg. When you go begging and you beg people, the most likely you are going to beg men. And when you beg them, they will think they will belittle you. Don't be belittled because you are a widow. And don't stand like you are in need. Don't stand on the beggar's side. Stand straight. Stand straight and depend on God. Be strong and encouraged, and God is going to stand with you and fight and win your battles.